Former U.S. ski team member Dane Spencer is on his way to my house right now to discuss ski tuning, ski prep, common issues you see with skis from the manufacturer. So give me 8 seconds to get my wife's ski dialed in here so we have something to talk about when he gets here. After competing, Dane became a coach and has gained quite the reputation for his attention to detail when it comes to equipment setup. Today, he also brought fellow coach and business partner Josh Applegate to join us in the garage. All right, they're here. All right, so this is my wife's brand new ski that I just prepped like this morning to go through the prep. Because one of my big things is on a new ski, just shaping it.
Yeah.
Just good old-fashioned shape. Yeah. And one of the biggest reasons I do it on my wife's skis and my kids' skis is so they don't tear their gloves on the side. You know, when they click the skis together and you get the little chips and chungers?
Yeah.
So.
It's pretty type A, right?
Well, you know, I mean, it's going to help them even a little bit.
Hey, I'll admit,
to make their day better.
Doing skis and seeing all the hack marks definitely bugged me.
I think you can feel it if you've got a ski well up on edge. And you got the little hangers and you kind of stuff, like I think it can hold you back.
Definitely.
So like I hit hard in the tip, fully shape the tip because you got that 90-degree shelf.
What do you use to do that?
Panzer, straight Panzer.
Okay. You know what I started using is actually, because I do boot work, I have a Fordham with this kind of spiral shaped grinder. I'll go in with that.
Oh, just machine it off?
It does it quick, and it actually works really well.
I'm just a little scared of it.
Yeah, you practice on your wife's skis.
Yeah.
Old skis.
Gotta prep it there.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly just did it for the first time a couple of days ago, and I was psyched with how much easier it was.
Yeah.
Because the problem with the Panzer is when you go into this curve zone,
you just take
flat,
time.
Right? It's a pain. Whereas you can really get in there and hit that angle a little better.
I've seen shops that do it, and they'll have like a notch, or they'll slip underneath the top sheet of metal and go into the sidewall, and they leave like a.
Well, that's why you're not doing this for a living. You're doing it to do it right.
Yeah. You can't. I don't think you got the hand strength to do more than like 4 pair.
It's funny you say that. Because I probably the most I've ever done is 5 pairs in a day, and I'm and it cooks me. Yeah. And especially all this base work, removing that material, sidewall, second edge, all that material that is just pretty labor intensive. I get pretty sweaty.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts. All right, will you give this one a check? Let me know how I did.
Yeah, we can. This is the one. Okay.
That's the one I did, and we can compare it to the brand new one.
You did a nice pullback here. That looks good, nice and smooth. You see on the sidewall?
I don't know. I mean, on a race ski, I'll get that much, but like on her skis, nah.
Yeah.
Right. She's gonna see this?
She doesn't watch my channel.
Okay, good.
She actually doesn't know it, but these are Christmas presents. So I'm gonna get them mounted. These are really, I'm gonna do it full on under the tree this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like you did great to me.
All right, nice.
You did a nice job. And you don't have a ski like this, you don't have that Teton air.
Yeah.
Like a race ski.
That's the beast.
So that's actually nice to not have that because that's a pain.
Which makes it, I mean, I did this in probably 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like a race ski, you're hustling to get it done in 45.
Yeah, full prep is 45 to an hour.
Yeah. And then I go all the way out. I go 200, 400, 600, and then I go 1500. All the way out. Perfect. And then I detune.
What do you
tail?
And then what do you run? Do you run which one do you run on the base edge?
I do a 0.75 these days, so that when I hit it, and I always hit it after I file, I beat it up with the 200.
Yeah.
Because that file grippiness feel.
Yeah.
I want to get rid of that right away.
Yeah.
Because back when I was an athlete, I don't think I was doing enough diamond work, and that first day of skiing on a new tune was miserable.
Yeah.
Grabby, terrible, and then you go through a couple tune cycles and then get good. So now I'm trying to skip that shitty first day by beating up the 0.75 with the 200, and then it'll turn closer to a 1.
Loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah, but no, I don't want to go from a 1 to a 1.25.
Yeah, because this one will definitely take it. This will start adding quick.
Yeah.
Well, I think with a general rec ski, if you're just free skiing stuff, that makes a lot of sense. adding a little bit and getting up to a degree. And I think going up anyway from like 0.9 up to like probably 1.2 or 1.3, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you start not getting that engagement until too high of an edge angle beyond
Totally.
that.
Totally.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. It's because I've had to like instruct some, racer athletes that using this is not good because it adds too much too quickly.
Well, the only time I use the 200 on the base is the first time.
First time.
That's it.
Yeah. So
To
I think
get it beat up, get it down, and then you take it out to the 1500, and then after that, it's 400 and up.
Okay.
And that's it. And even sometimes when they're in good shape, it's like 600 and up.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I don't know. I know you can get the tape and everything, but I just beated it.
Yeah.
Beat the grinds into the base for a
honestly,
little bit.
I'm kind of in the same boat with like a fresh ski. It's gonna need some like breakdown time, and you're not too worried about it being fast yet.
Yeah.
So, it's okay to get some material in that, scrape it off, brush, do some wax cycle ski on it.
Yeah.
And you're only gonna like get this beat up once in theory.
Yeah.
So.
And if it's a downhill ski, maybe I'll do the tape.
Yeah, if it's a pure downhill ski and you're doing like a reset, a regrind, definitely.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think people definitely get overly concerned with the base and the structure and getting the ski fast and not concerned enough with making sure that the edge is set properly. And that's the base bevel is a huge one.
Yeah.
And then the other piece is the side edge and making sure that Titanol layer is removed properly, so you're actually filing the edge at the correct angle. I mean, I'm telling you, like the skis I work on, it's less than 5%. Those things are done right.
So athlete race skis that they're bringing to you.
Actually, I'm being generous. It's actually less than 1%.
Well, when I used to do a tuning clinic.
Yeah.
For all the kids at Park City, and like I made them bring their skis in, and we would go right with the Panzer file.
Yeah.
And even if they'd show up with their tools, their little sidewall tools, I'd be like, no, you have to learn with the Panzer file so you can physically do it, so you see it, so you're touching it, pulling it.
Yeah.
And if you want to move on after that and go to your little tool, great.
Yeah.
But I find with those tools, they miss the second edge.
Oh.
Same deal, almost 90% of the time.
Yeah. So I mean, I actually do it with a 97 tipped to about 101 degrees with this Panzer.
Just doing it like that.
That's how I do it. Mm-hmm. And because everyone says you got these tools that'll do it, they don't do it.
No, and they jump.
You need to really get in there and manually. I've honestly thought about designing a tool to do it.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them, but I've never seen one that I thought was better than me.
Well, yeah, I've tried a couple.
Me just being able to go like this.
Yeah.
And just pull.
Yeah, I have. I threw it in because I thought it was worth having. I mean, it's nice to have some direction. So yeah, I have these. Some nice ski tools made these 97s. I don't know if they make them anymore. But yeah, you can use it. I'll get in and add a little extra tipping to it to get in there and hit that.
Yep.
And
then you're going smoother and straighter.
Yeah.
Because I can screw it up. I can dip it too much, get that little scratch there.
Yeah, and so honestly,
by hand or whatever.
I would do by hand, the tip and tail especially. Try to get in those spots. Although it feels like the Fordham works a little better for me.
Yeah.
But I have those tools.
Yeah.
Not everyone wants to blow an extra $400.
Yeah.
To get a Fordham to just hit their tips and tails on a couple pair of skis.
So. Yeah, totally. And then boot grinding is already, another level of scary, but you can screw up quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
So another thing I see on new rec skis, and I don't know how much I see it on race skis because I haven't done a lot of race skis recently, but these ones, you can feel them sharp to here, and then it goes to 0. That's not as bad. They fully 45 up here for some reason.
Yeah.
It's the way they're manufactured or something. Somehow they're getting cut, so you can't sharpen the edge until you've taken half of it away.
Yeah.
In these zones, tip and tail. And it always feels like if it's on this tip, it'll be on this tail over here because it's something about the machine.
The machine itself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, doing a lot of skis, race oriented, and all levels, anywhere from a World Cup level ski down to a U12 ski. Mm-hmm. There's definitely different levels of machines they're using at the factories.
Yeah, it's the final prep piece.
Yes, and some of them are clearly much better taken care of and calibrated than others.
Mm-hmm.
I just ran into a whole run. I'm not gonna say which company right now, of where it was 3 GS and 2 slalom, all had one spot on the right edge, about this far from the tail,
Yeah.
that suddenly went to 1.6 degrees of bevel. About this far. Total deal breaker.
Yeah, you know? Well, that can screw up the whole ski, right? Because now you've got no tail to push on.
It definitely screwed it up. It means you have to do a regrind right off the bat, which you shouldn't have to do with a new ski coming out of factory.
Totally. You know? Totally. If anything, you want more edge, you have to take off. Like all the way around, you want it to be too pushed.
Every level you take off, every layer you take off is less life out of your ski. So you'd rather avoid that first one if you can.
Totally. Now is that it was just the base edge that was
correct?
And so did you catch it with a true bar? Or did you catch it when you're actually putting the base bevel in?
You want to see my special tool? I know.
Yeah, let's see it.
I have. Well, first of all, the first important thing, because I'm almost 50, is I got to have my glasses.
This is another thing I say is you got to look at the ski.
I've got blurry vision.
Every stroke you take, you got to look and see it.
Yeah. True. So I have two versions of my tool. This is one I came up with this thing about 4 years ago, and I've only ever had it for myself.
I heard you talked on Krupka about this.
Yes. So this is this digital angle finder with a classic true bar.
Okay.
And then I've got just a classic flashlight. So it's your classic true bar technique, but does put a number to your bevel. So right now we're gonna double check to see how you're doing.
Yeah, let's see it, dude.
And it's like if you haven't done it yourself, it's more to see how the factory's doing.
Okay.
You know? Mm-hmm. So set it, zero it out, shine the light, tip to like it's blocked. There, 0.1. Bring it right 1 there.
So you're just manually tipping that into place.
Yeah, so we'd be lying if we were going to say like this is some kind of super scientific tool. But
it's not something you're like mounting to the ski, clamping down, and you're just checking it.
Yeah, so Austria, there's a company in Austria that makes a Virgin. Mm-hmm. You've probably seen it, silver.
The one that you kind of let.
Yeah, it has this little dial.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. It has.
Yeah.
It
Why
blocks
not?
the light. And so I was using one of those, and it just was really time consuming and tedious to like constantly having to. So just so you got some spots back here.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little extra. You got like 1.3 there. 1.4 there.
So this is the tail's falling off on this one.
Correct, which you see a lot, honestly, especially again with the machines that are doing the rec skis.
Do this. Put the brand new one on. Let's see what we got.
But yeah. Anyways, I had one of those other tools, and I just want something you need to. I mean, when you're doing skis, you got to like be able to keep moving.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so
that's why another reason I like the Panzerfaust.
I had seen this tool at like a hardware store before, and I was thinking about how I could just attach it to a classic true bar, and I made it, and then I tested it against the Austrian machine. They gave me very similar numbers. I was like, okay, like this will work. Yeah, you have that. It's not as bad on this one. That's another 1.3 spot here. It didn't start as early.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was like 0.8, 0.9.
That's probably because when I'm doing my first 200, I'm matching this to the rest. I'm trying to blend it into the ski.
Yeah.
So I probably hit that harder here, having not checked that to know that it fell off.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a very handy tool.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, it's I check. I check everyone when I do skis. It's the first thing. Wipe the ski, check the base bevel, see where it's at.
Yeah.
And 99.3% of the time it's incorrect.
Yeah, well, okay.
This is for race.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it probably the base bevel affects the way a ski skis more than any other.
Hugely, right?
Yeah.
I'd say it's the number one thing.
Yes. And your side bevel, like I go between a 2 and a 3.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, and I think
rack.
I mean, think for what we do, you don't see a big
right.
notice much there.
Check this one.
This one is it's been.
So this is my powder ski, or a powder ski, 9,400 foot twin tip. That's my favorite carving ski. And so after 2 years of carving and all like tune it and carve it on ice, it's beyond.
It's gone too far.
Oh yeah. And you can see that it's like I got it ground and you can't even see the grinds up to the edge because I think I've literally bent the ski.
Yeah, so you're kind of at a degree underfoot there.
Only a degree even.
Well, there's 1.3 there. But you know, there's different kinds of bevel, right? So this one, because it's been heavily skied, the bevel, it's like about 1 to 1.2, but it's also extending into the base.
That's yeah.
And so like I think as you get the bevel extending into the base, that extra bit of wear adds even more slippage.
This one I can't even ski it anymore.
Yeah.
It just pushes away.
Yeah, so
it's a great powder ski for somebody.
This is where bevel can be like misleading because you can tip it on there and be like, it looks pretty good. You know, it's close to what I want. But then you see it creeping into the base, and that feel and the way that edge engages is dramatically different than if it's like just a clean bevel, just the edge.
Yeah.
And the base is dead flat.
Yeah.
And again, typically when I see that kind of creep, especially with a tech, a GS or slalom ski, it's like it just needs a grind.
Yeah.
Something pretty light.
This one you can't even do the grind and get it back. Or the modern shop won't do it. Remember when they used to like sand a base flat?
Yeah.
And now it like beats up the stone too much. So they put it in that big Wintersteiger machine, just nice and light, get your texture in the top, but they're not actually flattening skis.
Well, so if you want to get that done, my guy down in Salt Lake, 7 skis, Todd, he does that still. He has a manual machine.
Classic machine.
And then he has mercury. And so he will first of all, he'll check the bevels just like we just did.
Yeah.
Depending on what he sees, he'll like hammer that thing on the manual machine first. It makes sense, right? Like that thing you can put a little more mileage on. Like you want to save your good stone, your expensive stone on the mercury as much as you can.
Totally.
But also it's like those big machines, they just have a set number of passes, right? Like, okay, we're going to do 6 blanking passes. It's preset to what it's going to be. Typically 4 to 6 is like the preset. And then the stone does that. And then it goes on to your finished stuff. Well, if you got a lot of bevel and 6 passes isn't enough, well, guess what? Your ski is going to still be
done.
shitty.
It comes out just like this.
It's just not going to be good.
Yeah,
It's still
totally.
going to suck. So really having a manual machine that then someone just checks, until it's like, okay, now it's flat. Now I'll put it in the finish machine and get it set.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm a big believer, and he's done hundreds of pairs of skis for me now, probably 600 or 700, and I haven't had to take one back yet.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
good. But yeah, these skis have only so much life,
Totally. Well,
turn
yeah,
the
and this
corner.
one's at the end for me.
But you could try. You could try bringing it down.
Well, I probably will before I sell it because I don't want to sell it.
Honestly, if you want me, I could take
Kinda
it
compromised.
today. I got to go see him today.
Yeah.
To pick up like 10
Maybe.
pairs of skis. So let me know.
All right. Let's look at race skis. Now, this is my beer league
So wait, these are the ones you got to
secret weapon.
Those are the important ones.
This is the modified or the wider HRC version, so 76
I
underfoot.
never say how.
But with the real deal race plate and the Marcel Hirscher Pro model binding.
Dude, can you get more of those? So this
Dude, this thing's good.
So when we do injury return stuff for
Uh-huh.
athletes, we always start with slalom.
Yeah.
But then I really have liked using a ski like this as a bridge to GS because injury return.
I'm huge into it. I agree 100% with that.
Yeah. Yeah, because injury return, like it's in public so much. So having a ski that really connects on the edge and you feel a little bit longer length, but keeps speed down,
Yep.
more maneuverable through people, really good.
And it's easier.
Yeah.
Just easier.
Yeah, honestly, I think most athletes should just have one just to go ski on.
This ski, I was hoping was going to be that ski for me. Like a return to snow, 88 underfoot, 182. Actually, it was a little too much.
Yeah.
It was a little too stiff, but like something like this, about a 180 that makes the right radius turn that you can do all the moves, get laid out, easy.
Yes.
So like, what is it? 1.6 G-forces instead of 2.6.
Yeah.
And turn to snow, making the same turns.
Yeah.
Making like really pumping in and out. Like I think that I agree. Like every racer should have just like a warm up bat in baseball.
I think so. especially GS, like you lose the touch,
Mm-hmm.
right? You start losing the feel for the movements. I think these skis, you can go out, get on them right away, you're on a rail. You're going to be on a rail no matter what.
Yeah.
So it builds confidence right away that way. But while you're skiing it, you can start to find the movements and actually feel this ski release and go faster. Mm-hmm. Even though it has a ton of side cut and wants to pull a ton of radius, you can find the movements because you're so confident on the edge.
Yeah.
And then go back to a normal ski and bring those movements back. That can be really useful that way. It's just a confidence boost and just do something different. You know? I think it's...
That's actually, for Bryce's carving, right, 8-year-old, he does his best turns on something like this.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to his little race tiger and he's better.
Yeah, okay.
But not like he's not getting a lot better on the race tiger.
Yeah.
But this one they can like make big gains on.
Interesting.
So like I'm all in on this concept.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think using the skis as a tool in order to
yeah, you can feel the turn. You can balance in the turn better.
I mean, honestly, this should apply to everybody in a perfect world. Because you have a ski like this, a little shorter for your average person, that you can go out onto groomers and be on a rail.
Totally.
You know, and learn how to move, but have side cut so it keeps you from just straight line.
Yeah. This is my newest one. It's a 176, which is a little shorter than I want it to be. But like this ski's the one I can just go out and make lazy, awesome turns.
Yeah.
Like instantly.
And that's nice to do a lot of the time.
That's what I want to do. Yeah. Totally. Now this one got beat up in Australia, so we're not going to look at the tune on that one. That needs a full prep. Or a full
Australia is always a little thin.
Okay, so is there anything else that you're looking for in the tune? Or in the prep, or like anything that we're missing?
Oh, yeah, go through it again. Again, put your glasses on when you're old. Checking the bevel, you know, and if it's beyond your range, and you know, someone getting to know what works for them is of course tricky, but knowing that it's within the range that works for you, if it's not, getting a regrind, a reset. Of course, when you do that, you need to recheck, and if the bevels, because inevitably the tips and tails don't get hit as like precisely as underfoot, because the tip's bending away from the stone. You need to touch that up like 99% of the time to get it even.
Every single ski, you've got to do more tip and tail base.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate, every single time.
Yes, and then on top of it, again, when it comes off the grind, it almost always has none. So,
totally,
not only
which makes a ski terrible.
Which makes a ski not work properly at all.
Yeah.
So you not only need more than you do underfoot in the tip and tail, it has less. So you have to really nail that. And then when you tip the ski, to the side edge, it's pretty manual, but I mean, you're using a sidewall puller to pull a little bit of that T-null and the sidewall out of the way, and then like you and I like to use 4-inch pans really get after it, get that second edge material if you have that in a more race-oriented ski, because that's an aluminum, right? And aluminum, when you're hitting this, you're trying to sharpen the edges with a steel file. If it's hitting the aluminum, it will not cut through it.
No, it just rides up.
It'll just ride it.
Base or your side bevel turns into 2, 1, 0. I've seen them negative.
Or it just doesn't ever hit the side edge. And that's where you run into these people like continue like file.
Yeah, not getting sharper. What I've seen, especially with like a U16, is they lean on it and start bending the file up.
Yes.
And now they're taking that bevel down.
Yeah.
And turning it into, like I've seen full negative, full.
Yeah.
Inverted, -1.
Yeah.
Side edge.
I mean, right away, like if you have a decent file and you go to like file and you get that zzz sound.
Yeah.
Okay, your second edge is in the way.
Yep.
So you got to get that away. And it shouldn't ever take you more than 2 passes to make it pretty razor.
Yeah.
So again, it's like anything, you do the base work.
So I'll hit the panzer on the second edge on any of the race skis, anything that has a second edge, every single time I tune.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Like just 1, 2, you're right. You give it 2. Yeah. And then sometimes you can file, and it stops working. You just 1, 2 again on the second edge, and
yeah. So this would be another piece to focus on. And again, this is a little more race oriented because you want that edge to be really strong so it can handle different kinds of snow conditions.
Mm-hmm.
They built the sidewall and that second edge out over it for a reason, to support it, right?
Yeah.
So it's stronger and it doesn't flex. Well, you'll see a lot of times places or athletes or whoever will like just reef back the sidewall and the second edge like way in.
Yeah.
And then now the edge isn't supported and that ski is not going to grip as well on ice.
Totally.
So you want to do it graduated a little bit of time. So like you said, that's why you want to pull it every time.
Yeah. Just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough. So I've seen, this is where I haven't gone into the machine routering of the prep of the ski.
Yeah.
Because I've seen them come in where the tip is like so beveled in.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, the shop did it. The shop just got after it and they like took too much material away.
Yeah.
So then you don't have to pull your second edge for the whole season, but you've messed the ski up.
Yeah. Now you don't tune the skis period. Now they suck.
Yeah, they suck. Yeah, the skis suck.
I had a service guy when I was racing World Cup. Did that. We had 2 new pairs.
Yeah.
He did that and he reefed it way back and it was not gripping right.
Yeah.
And then I had him do the second without doing that and it was much better.
Because you can literally fold up the ski. Like I've bent this ski into this position just by arcing on a 9,400 foot. I mean, the binding only goes to there.
Yeah.
So this whole section of the ski's like compromised in that way.
Yeah.
Turn into a boat hull.
Yeah. Plowing.
Yeah.
Plowing through the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So beyond that, then just the stoning. You already brought that up. I thought it was a really good point. Having a really good, stoning program that you do. Like I'm similar to you. I run like 1,000 on the base edge to take down the hanger that gets created by the filing. And then I run a 600,000 ceramic. I do also finish with a leather strop.
Ooh, wow.
Which is pretty rad, actually.
I've never done, I've tried ceramic, but I've never like fully committed.
Yeah.
I'm just happy with my diamond progression and
I grew up on ceramic and I like the extra smoothness it seems to add to me.
Do you think in the West that matters more?
Probably.
With our soft snow?
East, not as much.
East, like
a little bit extra.
Some grit.
Can help. And that's another thing, right, is kind of making a routine for yourself that changes based on the snow condition.
Yeah.
And evaluating that in advance and knowing. And, that also includes like the last piece, which is your, detuning in the tips and tails a bit. And how much based on how you ski and what the snow types are.
Yep.
Very important.
So end of last season, we went on this carving day with, have you heard of Slade Knightley?
No.
So he's the #2 guy in the world in carve. And he's just some like engineer from Ogden, Utah.
Okay.
He's sick, like unbelievable skier. He's got a bit of a race background, but not like the pedigree that we're used to hanging out with.
Yeah.
But he's so sick.
Yeah.
Well, he came down, we had this carving day at Deer Valley, and we're all trying to set records on carve, and we were all too sharp.
Yeah.
And our skis was wonking because it was too sharp and getting it. Okay. So I detuned.
Yeah.
But nobody else detuned. Nobody else was like confident enough to like touch and detune the skis. And then in that day, I scored huge.
You dominated.
And the other guys were like stuck.
Yeah.
At like a 174, and I had made the ski adjustment.
There it is.
And, just that little thing.
And that's the difference. I mean, every ski racer can talk about those races where their skis were too sharp, could knock it off the edge. I mean, it happens to everybody. Or not enough grip.
Or you get the hanger. You've left the hanger on too much.
Yep.
And you're stuck on it.
Yep. Or you have left the hanger and it broke off, and then you have 0 grip.
And you got nothing.
There's like all those factors, and that's why it's kind of is an art form a little bit.
Totally.
And learning your craft, you need to practice. You need to be like hands-on and get to know it.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. Great. Yosh, you got anything special?
Nothing special. Nothing special. I mean, he nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Slalom, GS down to what base bevels do you recommend, and side bevels for that matter?
Okay, so it's a little bit age-based.
Okay.
Too, younger, like U14s, I'd say more 0.7 to 1. 0.7
for everything, like 0.7 to 1.
I mean, we're gonna
and
keep
GS.
it as simple as we can.
Just like don't make the two skis different, so they both pair, ski similarly.
Well, yeah, just think about it in terms of like the athletes are not as developed yet, they're not as precise, so you want the product to give them some room to move, because moving while you're skiing is what matters.
You gotta be athletic.
So you want it to be a little looser so you can move out to it before it grabs. So start more 0.7 to 1 14s, 16s. You go to 0.5 to 0.7, and then
varying the slalom and the GS.
I mean, I tend to try to keep both the same underfoot for the most part.
So you think a slalom and GS ski at the U16 level and U14 level should be the same bevel?
I just, again, for simplicity's sake,
yeah.
I mean, you could adjust a little bit.
Yeah.
Make slalom a little flatter.
Yeah.
GS.
Yeah.
Especially out west, a little bit more bevel and GS can definitely help. Slalom too, for that matter. I mean, we're getting into this it's a moving target a bit.
No, I think I'm on board. Why complicate it or tell a kid you're 0.5 in slalom, 1 in GS? They have to be different. It's 2 different things. Now they're getting techie. It's just no, here you go. So lose 0.5.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's also the level of the athlete as well.
Sure.
It might be the same age range, but the level of the athlete can differ greatly too. So
yeah.
Well, the truth is, I just told you I invented this tool. Nobody has a tool to check this stuff, so they're not checking it. Nobody's checking it.
My checking has always been to use my 0.75, run it down. If it grips, it was less, and if it doesn't grip, it was more.
Yeah, so one thing I found very interesting, because I checked this, is based on the type of ski and the materials it's made out of, you can have dramatic differences in, for instance, what a 0.5 base bevel will actually give you.
Mm-hmm.
For instance,
you mean the tool when you tune it in?
Like when you use it, and it's set, right? It's supposed to just give you 0.5, period.
Yeah.
Well, based on the kinds of materials, it can cut quite a bit differently. So I've seen, honestly, a high-end World Cup ski uses a much higher grade steel for the edge material.
Yeah.
And you start cutting it, and you can feel it cuts like butter. And if you run a 0.5 more than a pass or two, you'll suddenly be at 0.8.
Because you yanked it into the base.
Because it keeps cutting it. It cuts so quickly.
I would have thought that World Cup ski would have been firmer.
Yeah, but I think it's at the same time, it's it creates a much finer, more precise edge with that little bit softer material. And I think they know that an athlete like that can keep getting. Anyways, it's a moving target. But yeah, if I was gonna say let's just 0.7 to 1 U14.
Yeah.
Maybe 0.5 to 0.7 U16. Fist and on 0.5 to 0.7 still.
Do you think at the highest level the slalom and GS ski should be different? Base bevel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
0.5 for one, and 1-ish for the other, or 0.75 for the other.
But it just depends on the manufacturer too, right?
Yeah.
So Atomic for quite a while now has been really tight, 0.2, 0.3 underfoot.
Uh-huh.
Whereas Head has worked honestly better sometimes 0.7 to 1. Just based on how the ski's made.
Okay,
how
so
it
just
gauges.
that ski set.
So it really becomes very customized. But yeah, I mean, running something tighter to get that grip on that super injected slalom for sure is important.
Yeah.
And GS these days, honestly, you're seeing less of that pond ice. So it's just climate change. It's getting warmer,
Yeah.
So it's not quite as dense, quite as hard. So maybe you don't need it to be quite as tight, so the ski releases more.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to release the ski. That's the magic, right? Where the speed is, but it's got a grip too in that spot. You need it. So
yeah. And what about side bevel?
Side bevel. I mean, almost everyone's running 3 for all events up through U16.
Yeah.
And then you start to see people using 4 in slalom. Beyond that, there's this occasional 5.
Yeah.
I don't really discuss that with anyone. I've started using 4 a little bit more for people I see that their knees naturally come in quite a bit, and they're not, they're getting more edge angle than they should. And I do boots too, so those athletes, if I know their boot setup, I know it should be correct based on their alignment, they're still getting too much, I'll try a 4 and see if it gives them that little bit of extra bite at lower angle.
What do you mean they're getting too much knee angle?
Yeah, where their knee comes in extra at the top, so they get that edge angle a little too much too early.
So you're trying to make the ski biter so the less knee comes in, the ski bites right away, and then it's matched up better through the track.
Exactly, and it has worked so far.
And so just by changing your side
just
angle.
the side edge.
Wow.
I have a girl that does that knees come in quite a bit, and I know that the alignment on the boots is correct. We've run a 4 in GS and slalom, and it worked quite well. But that was on the glacier in South Fe. I actually just talked to her dad on the phone yesterday from Copper, which is like hyper aggressive right now, and she was struggling a little bit. And so, you know, maybe like getting that detuned a little bit for that condition would be better.
Sure.
I mean, at the end of all, where are we getting at? Like, I'm telling you all this stuff. Like, it sounds like I don't know anything because there's like all of these variables.
Well, the beauty
that's why
is
it's so important to know your own stuff and what works for you, and be really hands-on with this stuff, because it is constantly changing a little bit based on the conditions, the course set, the hill, all those things.
And you're gonna have signature snows. Like Copper's signature snow is that hyper aggressive chalk.
Yes.
Right, and glaciers are glaciers, icy, and then mid-season hero here.
Yeah.
So you can like, it's not like you're varying it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You're varying it based on where you just drove to.
On location for the most part. Even here, you know, you'll have this early season all man-made. Once the winter snow starts to mix in, then you can change that. It'll get less aggressive, you know, so you can probably add a little bit more sharpness as that happens.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. I think that's a perfect wrap as far as any kind of tuning stuff, all of it. I mean, I'm glad that it's as simple as I thought it was. Like
That's
when you were
what I
talking
tell
about the tool you had made, I was like waiting for like something you were clamping onto it and like, you know, getting to set up. But this to be able to check quickly and know it incrementally tip to tail, it's huge. It's not just like a ski is this. You got to check it all the way.
To me, there's two things that matter the most in my experience so far, and that is the base bevel and knowing that it's consistent and correct.
Yeah.
And pulling the second edge out of the way. Those two things, and life is pretty good.
I think that probably would have been my two.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well.
Okay, the last one. The progressive base bevel. So under the foot, it's a 0.5, and it progresses to a 1 tip and tail. What do you think of that one?
I'm a big fan.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's a little dependent on how you ski. If you're a skier that skis with a lot of hip angle, progressive is really good.
Okay.
Because it basically gives it a little more freedom to get out from under you, so you can drop your hip in more. Whereas like if you're more of a knees skier and you don't use much hip, taller guys in particular, like
the tip and tail to be the same.
Yeah, more consistent bevel seems like it tends to work better.
Now, how do you cut that in?
You know,
trial and error.
by hand. You know, I mean, again, it's great to have this tool and kind of get a feel for how much is getting cut. You know, how far back.
So cut and measure.
Yeah, but I mean, I have a 0.5, a 0.7, and a 1, and then a variable tool for doing base bevels. So, you know, I've tended, for like a FIS athlete, if I think it's suitable, I'll do 0.5 tip to tail, and then I'll flare in a 0.7 the tip and tail using the tool, and be kind of careful to check.
Like you talking like?
Yeah, I'd probably
8-9 inches somewhere in there.
Go back about that far, and then about half that on the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not. I mean, just like the thought of everybody going out and trying to get themselves a 1 to a 0.75 perfectly gradiented is just difficult.
Pretty unrealistic.
Yeah, super.
You know?
Probably unnecessary too.
Yeah.
Totally. Whereas you can just take the 0.75 and get used to it.
Well, and I think of all, it's like it doesn't have to be rocket science. It can be pretty simple. The sport, I mean, snow is not perfect, right? It's like it's just always changing a little bit, so it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It just has to like give that freedom to move, and then the connection, you know, into the top of the turn, and then you're good.
Yeah. Totally. All right, last thing. You guys are doing ski camps. Tell me about the ski camps.
You're in charge now.
Oh, jeez.
The coordinator.
Yeah. Yeah, just trying to offer resources, you know. Offer resources to college kids, guys that are trying to get back on the team, high-level athletes, and younger athletes. And we try to blend them all together as much as we can. And blend them together, always give somebody a stepping stone, somebody to look up to while you're skiing, while you're training.
So you're taking a full-on college kid and then a junior racer, same spot together, making it work.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's good for everybody.
It is.
A really smart professor I had in college said, you don't know something until you teach it. And so you can learn it, have the knowledge, be able to ace the test, but until you've taught it to somebody else, you don't know it. And so like taking the college guy and asking him to help coach down can help him as much as his expertise or whatever is helping the kids.
Tremendously.
We talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
That mentorship and treating it as like an all-around endeavor, you know? And honestly, you know, if you're highly involved in ski racing and skiing and you want to stay in it as a career, obviously like the sooner you can get used to talking to people about it, the better.
Yeah.
And it, like you just said, it's hugely valuable for you. Like, you know, if you're coaching someone to do something specific, like, well, you probably need to lead by example because most people are visual learners, especially at that age. So, you know, let's like walk the walk now. And when you do that, I think it also helps you evaluate your own skiing and your ability to execute what you said. You might be saying the right things, but are you doing the right things?
Yeah.
Hugely valuable. And I found like, you know, we focus on really simple movements in the skiing. And it is applicable from a 12-year-old up to a 35-year-old World Cup skier. Sometimes frighteningly so. Like, you know, how you have to get back to this basic stuff. And so making it way less age-based and just actually skill-based, you know.
That's cool.
Makes sense, right? I know the higher-ups tell you that all this age-based criteria, but it's all about like what you learn and when you learn it. And that is not based on your age.
Yeah, totally.
Applying fundamentals is applying fundamentals. And if you're not applying them properly, then you figure out how to do it and it works for everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, and with the camps, you know, beyond the skiing, we bring in, he's a really strong conditioning background from the U.S. team. So that's a huge benefit to the camps. And then I've taken on, you know, the boot and ski work, and that's just a really valuable piece. So we try to integrate all of that into a camp and just try to get people to a place where they are able to learn, they're strong enough to do it.
Yeah.
And then, again, to keep it, it's not rocket science.
Yeah. That's
simple.
This summer I was doing some coaching and right away I took the skis.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just take care of the skis. And I got brand new skis. Well, they'd been skied on at one camp prior. And they were good. They were like 90% there in every way, but I definitely added a little bit more bevel all the way up here.
Yeah.
And just like a little bit more pullback of things. But like, I wanted to be in charge of skis right away. And then the coaching can be just coaching the athlete.
And you're providing that consistency.
Yeah, totally. And I know that they showed up that morning with a ski capable of the condition.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of all, if you're coaching athletes and their equipment is not in a condition to actually achieve what you're telling the athletes to do, you're not a great coach. If we're going to cut right to it. You are not coaching effectively.
Yeah,
if you're telling someone over and over, you know, find the front of the boot, you know, top of the turn, and, you know, their ski has zero base bevel in the tip, and they can't do that.
There's no chance they'll do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that on that ski.
I'm just telling you, it's like 99.6% of all the skis I have looked at in the last 4 years have been incorrect. And this is looking at base bevel, side edge, binding mounting position, and ramp angle of the binding.
Yeah.
I've only had actually 12 pairs out of all the skis I've looked at in the last 4 years where all those things were good.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, we're good to go. 12 out of definitely well over 1,000.
Sure.
So it's a big problem, you know, and you know, we're always looking for like, how are we going to make America better at ski racing? I mean, I'm sorry, like, this is the starting point. Start with putting like tools under the kids' feet so they can teach themselves. Yeah. You know, like, I mean, you know, like having done it.
Well,
like,
that's what I'm giving my kids. This ski here is the same prep that this ski has.
Yeah.
like my kids are not going to have that issue.
And it will always
that's my crazy dad mission.
It will always be consistent.
Yeah.
To then work from that point.
I actually just had a conversation with a dad we all know whose kid's racing now, and he's really into this stuff. And his kid's winning by 7 to 10 seconds. And his kid's only 9.
Yeah.
But at the end of it all, he's like taking care of this stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone else is just, you know, yahooing, going on whatever. I mean, I'm sorry, like it pays dividends. And in the end, like if kids can teach themselves things and explore skiing and get better at it on their own without like their coach barking at them about, you know, the top of the turn and stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, people are going to stay in the sport. They're going to love it. They're going to do it longer.
Yeah.
You know, I think it is top priority in this country. How do we get people to do the sport longer?
Yeah.
And not get so frustrated and quit?
Well, that's our mission right now at Park City with the skills and drills, the Grom stuff. Like,
yeah, it's huge.
We're going a different route.
Yeah. We're
doing it.
Well, I mean,
long term in mind.
I mean, I've talked to Forrest about this stuff in particular. I'm psyched to hear you're doing this. Actually, I might. He asked me to come out this winter. Maybe I would like to do it. So,
come check it out. Bring your kids.
Yeah, totally. I mean, they're like not racing, but they could come and.
Well, yeah. I mean, the nights. You know, it might be a good opportunity for them to come in with the younger kids.
Yeah.
Because it's not ski racing.
Yeah.
It's here we are. Oh, look at gate.
Yeah.
You want to go around that?
Yeah,
and then if we want to, we do, and if we don't, we go ski in the trees. Like,
that's honestly where it's
going to be just fine.
That's cool.
That's where it should start for everybody, right?
That's cool.
That's kind of what I remember, like 40 years ago.
Yeah, and I mean, the lollipop race we did, we're like, we're good.
Yeah,
the kids are doing good.
No, that's sweet. That's good. Well, keep it up.
Right on. All right, guy, what's the name of the camps?
Jeez, what does it say? World Cup Tech Alpine.
Oh, nice. You got merch.
Yeah.
World Cup Tech Alpine. All right, sick. Yosh, thanks for coming.
Joe.
Dane,
Joe,
thanks for coming.
having us.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, we'll go in and we'll talk about constraints-based learning.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll talk about other stuff inside.